These two teams about to play their final half of the season as we're back at it in this NFC wildcard bout. And this will not be returned, so the second half begins with a touchback. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And they're in the position they expected to be in. They've got the lead, home crowd behind them, and they're looking toward making this next step in these playoffs.
And I think a key for them is to put together some good, long, extended drives. Work the run in a little more with that big offensive line. I'm not saying get away from throwing the football. That's still working. But if they run it more effectively, they may get even bigger plays in the passing game.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Maybe a little over-anxious in the pocket there. He just didn't look comfortable on that throw.
No, he didn't, because it wasn't his normal fluid delivery. And I think he might have had it right. Wasn't really confident with what he saw downfield and almost felt like he wanted to pull that one back.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Trubisky. Going to throw right side here, complete. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 37. A first down there on a pickup of 25. Off the play fake, here's Trubisky. And incomplete on a deep ball.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just one target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target in the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him to find him.
Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
One thing that offensive guys stress when they throw the deep ball, you're just counting on your receiver to find it, adjust before the defensive back can get his head around. In this case, though, the DB matched it move for move and knocked it away.
And now the third down throw incomplete as well.
I wonder, Brandon, I just wonder. You think maybe he was worried about where he was on the field? Was he far enough? Was he close enough to the first down sticks?
Absolutely. He was right there by him, and I think he was thinking first down before he caught that football.
First, because if you don't catch it, there's no chance of picking up a first down. Yeah, you just want to keep building on that lead, don't you? Whether it's 6 points or 3 points, take everything you can get, keep maneuvering, keep adding to it, keep making it difficult.
Okay. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33.
Que la receta le dice a mi mamá que no me acuerdo de ella.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And their deficit a little wider now than it was at halftime following the field goal a moment ago.
But the goal is still the same because you know they want to come out, establish a rhythm in the second half, and get going. Make no mistake about it, though. Kicking field goals, not in their game plan. They need to get the ball in the end zone. The goal is certainly to try and make a big play happen and climb back into this game, but you have to be careful. If you overdo it, you could turn it over and hurt your team.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Herbert off of play action. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Going for it, here's Davis Price. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th.
And Brandon, every running back wants to use their speed in order to get out in front of things. Sometimes you just have to be patient, let blocks develop. On that play, that didn't happen.
Here we go on 4th. Herbert. Got a man, that's Colin Johnson. And he is going to have the Niners first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. is here as he's taken down. Aaron Donald able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. After the sack, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's second and a country mile. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Aaron Donald dropping it for the second straight play. Might want to think about blocking him here on third down. Well, a tough spot here as they approach the line of scrimmage. A long way to go to try to pick up this first down. Looking left sideline, it's complete. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. A crazy sequence here. A huge gain that time, but it still leaves him well short for fourth down. They'll try and throw for it here. Taking a shot for Samuel. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Rams get the football in outstanding field position. Fournette, a first down carry. And a very determined run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 27. Good effort. It'll be a first down for the Rams there on a pickup of 18.
Not too shabby for his first carry of the game. That's exactly what most teams are looking for. A really good change of pace back.
They keep it with Fournette on first down. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and it'll be second and very short.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. The tally there, minus 2 yards, brings up third down.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Complete, Jefferson the target. And they're going to get this down inside the 15. That time the conversion comes courtesy of the RPO.
And know what it did? It moved the sticks. Nice pickup on third down. Even better decision.
They'll throw on first down with Trubisky. Touchdown! 3 touchdown passes now for Mitchell Trubisky. And the Rams continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead. Now Trubisky, they're going to throw for it to the end zone, but it's incomplete. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage. If they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, It has to start right here, right? He's got it at the 15. And across the chalk, into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. I don't think you can get any more efficient or tidy, whatever word you want to use in that. And one play, 75 yards end zone.
Yeah, efficient, tidy, excellent words. How about explosive? 75 yards, one play. That means everyone handled their assignment, doesn't it? It doesn't just mean that the defense broke down. They really executed the way that was drawn up on the whiteboard. Big-time play, big-time result.
And they'll have Herbert try and throw for it. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of two-point tries and see what the data tells us, because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation. This time, unsuccessfully. I just wonder if maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly, because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
And again, the run defense stout this time. He maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage, but no more. The Rams on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. They go play action with Trubisky. And the Niners get there and bring him down. And now that brings up 4th down there. A loss of 6 yards on the sack.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. 3rd and long. Why are you calling play action?
Yeah, because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking. But to me, it seems silly.
Yeah, well, they're silly, and it leads to a play-action sack. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. If they want to advance in this divisional round, look, obviously the time is now. Trailing here in the 4th as they go to work on a crucial drive, 1st and 10. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. Gets it out wide to Davis Price. They'll give him 4 yards there. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. Here's Herbert. Pressure comes and down he goes. Aaron Donald. Who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon. I don't know what else can be said about this pass rush. They have been sensational, CD. That is now 6 sacks for them.
And how many times do we talk to offensive coordinators and they say a sack as a result of everyone on offense not doing their job? But let's be honest about this one. This is the offensive line unable to counter the pass rush. They've been teeing off all game long.
4th down for Herbert. Desperation time. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in. So they really needed points here in a 2-score game. Could not come away with anything there on 4th.
And while we know they're a little bit discouraged here, they can't check out of this game.
And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, LA. Van Jefferson, a 14-yard touchdown. And the Rams have pretty well put it away here in the 4th quarter. Well, this, of course, set up by the stop a moment ago on 4th down. And now that might be the score that puts this one officially out of reach.
And it's a tough one because your hands are tied when you're losing in the 4th quarter, because you know you've got to make something happen. They couldn't pick up the first down, and after that, the air just went right out of the balloon, and you knew you were looking at a defeated team.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. Returning from his end zone is Ray McCloud. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They are most likely staring at a cold end to their season here in this wild card round. Nothing has gone right so far, and they are, to be frank, in desperation mode now as they begin with a 1st and 10.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
Under 4 to go now as they come up on 2nd down. Justin Herbert looking to pass. Rush coming, and he's taken down. The corner blitz gets there as he goes down for a loss of 7.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. Herbert now. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
They snap it to Herbert. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And what else could go wrong at this point? This is going to be a defensive touchdown as they keep piling it on. Rodrigo Blankenship on for the PAT. And that will bump the lead up to 26. So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. Here's McCloud from his end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You'd have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. On the counter, Davis Price. And he's got some space here. And across the chalk, into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown. Ty Davis Price, 53 yards. And the Niners are able to cut into that deficit. The extra point up and good. And that'll make this a 19-point ball game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And you'd have to say they have done what they set out to do in this wild card round. It won't get easier from here, of course, but they'll certainly have some momentum built up for when they hit the road in the divisional round next weekend.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. A good gain on first has them set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. They'll toss this right side to Cam Akers. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That's a gain of 13, first down Rams. Another example of this offense really having their way, Charles, and another big chunk play there on the ground.
And when you look at the defense, they've got to do a much better job of wrapping up when they tackle. A lot of great opportunities continue to slip through their fingers, as do the runners.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They'll go again here with Akers. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line. 89 yards rushing for him now as he has been a central figure in trying to get his guys to the second round. Big run here in the fourth as they continue to wear down this defense.
And that's when the offensive line coach clicks onto the headset and says, head coach, offense coordinator, let my guys fire out and hit people. We're wearing them down. Let's finish them off with the running game.
They said beginning of the season they wanted to get past the wild card round. They just got past the wild card round.
You know, put the big check marks up in the line, right? Get to the wild card game. Check. Got that done. Win a wild card game. Big check. Now you got to go ahead and set your sights higher. There is a bigger prize out there, and they still have an opportunity.